everyone, it is Saturday, April 9th, and welcome to Odds Wizard, where we bet for fun by betting together. And we had an incredible day yesterday. We hit the cauldron. We went 3 for 3. All 3 of our baseball picks hit yesterday. All 3 were giving up 1.5 runs, and they all 3 hit. It was awesome. I made that late game prediction last night with the Padres, which was probably a mistake. I thought I could stay awake for the whole thing. I made it to the 8th inning and then passed out. But it was still awesome to wake up and see we went 3 for 3 yesterday. It was just such a good day of baseball. It's so great to have baseball back. In fact, because we went 3 for 3 and hit the cauldron yesterday, I went back to baseball again today for 2 of our picks and then 1 crazy upset in the NBA today. So I'm going to be watching all 3 of these games as well as the Masters. With Scotty Scheffler pulling out to like a 5-stroke lead in the Masters, I'm a lot less interested than I was Thursday morning, to be honest. There's less of the storylines of guys competing for it whenever there's that much of a lead at this course. I mean, unless he absolutely chokes, he pretty much has this thing in the bag. So I'm much more interested now in baseball going into this weekend than I would have been had the Masters not looked like a runaway at this point. Having said that, I'm going to get into our baseball picks for today. We are going to start with the biggest matchup today. We are going to go with the Red Sox to upset the Yankees at plus 135. It's a 4 o'clock game. It's by far the biggest rivalry game almost in baseball anytime, but definitely today with a lot of the good teams playing the bad teams again. The over-under on this game is 9 runs. So they're expecting a lot of runs. And why is that? It's because both of the pitchers in this game are big question marks. You've got Severino, who was a huge prospect back in 2017, 2018, missed most of 2019, 2020, and 2021 with injuries. So you don't know what kind of pitcher he was now versus when he was a dominant rookie. So it's going to be interesting to see what he comes out and does today. You've got Pivetta on the other side, who actually is a pretty solid pitcher for the Red Sox. He just doesn't pitch well against the Yankees. So it's a big question mark as which pitcher is even going to last 4 innings today. That over-under at 9 looks really tempting. But my thing is I want to pick the upset in this game today. And actually all 3 games today are plus odds. And I just kind of want to do that on a Saturday. Maybe it's because I got overconfident from hitting the cauldron last night. But I like having days where it's all plus odds, all quote-unquote underdogs to try and hit this. The other thing is I really like the Red Sox now, which I never thought I'd say. Maybe it's because I went to my first Red Sox game a couple years ago and people were awesome there. Maybe it's because Jared Carrabis is hilarious on Twitter. I'm not sure what won me over, but I like watching the Red Sox play. They're fun, they're energetic, and the Yankees are just stinking boring and easy to root against. The game yesterday was really close, so I have a hunch today is also going to be really competitive, which is what we're looking for. And both these teams have pretty deep lineups that can absolutely rake. So we should see a decent number of runs, which should keep it entertaining. And even if our team gets down, there's nothing to say they can't come back, just like Toronto did yesterday. We picked Toronto minus 1.5 runs. They were down 6-1 at one point and came back and won 10-8. Incredible fun game to watch, and this game might have some similarities to that as well. Our second game today, we are going back to New York, but we're going the other side of this. We are picking the New York Mets, giving up 1.5 runs to the Washington Nationals. That's at plus 110 odds. It's a 7 o'clock game tonight, so if you're out the bar, this is probably going to be the one on the television. The Mets have Chris Bassett going tonight, who they just got in the offseason from Oakland. Thankfully for him, he was free of that garbage team. And he gets to play under the big lights. And he is an incredible pitcher that was just lost in the shuffle for being stuck in Oakland last year. A great pickup for the Mets last year. I actually was really rooting for the Cardinals to get him, but they didn't do anything this offseason. So far, the Mets have taken the first 2 games against the Nationals, and I think they may sweep them this weekend. That's why a big reason why I'm taking them minus 1.5 runs. The Nats don't have the depth that they used to. They got rid of Trey Turner. They got rid of Max Scherzer. They've got rid of a lot of their big stars. So I don't see them being able to compete with teams like the Mets this season. Sweeping any series is really tough, even for great teams against bad teams. But with Bassett going today, I think that gives the Mets a huge advantage. The other thing is the Mets have one of my favorite players in baseball, the polar bear. He's their first baseman. He is absolutely incredible. He's fun to watch. Kind of went through a big scare this offseason, which may even help him amp his game up to the next level. He's won the home run derby several times at this point, and he's just fun to watch. So if you have not watched Mets games in the past because they were horrible, they're good this year, and you're going to want to watch the Polar Bear do his thing this season. The last game tonight, we're going to go with an NBA game. We're getting really close to the playoffs, and I was nervous to pick an NBA game, so I found one that I thought would be super competitive and still be a big upset. I'm going to take the Spurs to beat Golden State at plus 190. You heard me, plus 190. Huge 8-point, 7-point underdogs depending on the book. That game is tonight at 8:45 on NBA TV. The Spurs are still fighting for their playoff seed. Golden State kind of has their playoff spot locked up. Steph Curry's out. He's injured. You still have Klay Thompson playing, but this team just isn't what they were whenever Steph Curry was playing, and he's going to be resting until the playoffs start at a bare minimum. Jordan Poole has stepped in for Steph in a very big way and been an incredible player, but the Spurs just have that fighting feeling in them lately, whereas Golden State has lost like 6 of their last 10 games. Very different trajectory for these teams right now, and everything changes in the playoffs. It's like a brand new season. But I'm picking the team, even though Spurs are huge underdogs, they're at home, they're playing really well, and they've got back-to-backers. They've got a game today, and they've got a game tomorrow against the Mavericks. And if I'm them, I have all my starters go hard tonight because they have a shot to win against Golden State. They don't have a shot at beating Dallas tomorrow unless Dallas rests all their stars. So if I'm the Spurs and I'm fighting for a playoff seed, I'm going to go all in on tonight. Which is why I'm kind of surprised they're this much of an underdog against a Golden State team that has been playing that great. So we're going to take the Spurs to beat Golden State at plus 190. Now, if you noticed, all 3 of our picks tonight are plus odds, which means our cauldron is going to be a huge long shot. Trying to hit it. We haven't hit our cauldron 2 nights in a row yet. We've came really close a couple times, but our odds for the cauldron are plus 1,333. Huge. It's our longest shot on the cauldron yet. First time we've done all plus odds this big. So like I said, it's going to be really hard to hit all 3, but these are all 3 really fun picks tonight. To recap those picks, we've got the Red Sox to beat the Yankees. We've got the Mets giving up 1.5 runs to the Nationals. And you have the Spurs to beat the Golden State Warriors tonight at plus 190. Get involved. I updated the games live on Twitter last night as they went along, sweating them out a little bit. Actually, our late night San Diego Padres pick, they had a no-hitter through 7 innings going. So it was actually, on top of it being our pick, it was something everybody was watching last night to see if we can get a no-hitter this early in the season. So follow along on Twitter in case you're missing that. I will keep you updated if one of these games becomes something that is something you have to see. And if you have not yet, subscribe to the channel. We get more subscribers every day, and just join the movement and kind of join our bandwagon bunch of fans that just follow good games every night. Either way, have a great Saturday. Good luck with your bets, and see you all on Monday. See ya.